call the meeting to order. Could I have a roll call, please?
Yes. Belsley.
Here.
Blunier.
Here.
Dobb.
Here.
Hare.
Here.
Herman.
Here.
Kaufman.
Here.
Rainson.
Here.
We have quorum.
Pledge allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
There are no public hearings today. There are no special presentations or reports. I will ask the audience if there's anyone who would like to make a statement of any kind. There being none, I'll ask the audience if anyone would like to pull anything from the consent agenda. The consent agenda today includes just the bills from the last month and our minutes from our last meeting. Would any of the board members like to pull anything from the consent agenda? There being no reaction, could I have a motion to approve?
So moved, Your Honor.
Second?
Second.
Ginger, second, I think. Any questions? Would you call it, please?
Belsley.
Yes.
Blunier.
Yes.
Dobb.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Herman.
Yes.
Kaufman.
Yes.
I have nothing tonight. Village clerk?
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Village administrator?
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
I noticed on the agenda, there was an item called fiscal year budget 2018. I looked at it and I gather it's the same as our last meeting. And I assume it's been pulled from the agenda by whoever put it on there. But I do have to make a few remarks, and that is, you know, we look at what's going on in the federal government and the state. The state of Illinois is $13 billion in debt and losing money every single month. And I'm glad that a deficit budget isn't going to be approved tonight. I think it's important that we work on it and make sure we balance it. We don't want to end up like the state, or for that matter, the federal government. Chief of Police.
Just an update, this last weekend, as you're aware, we had our drug take back, and we collected 186.5 pounds of old medications, which fortunately are not going to go in our landfill or in our water system.
Good.
So.
I don't think people realize how that affects the waste treatment plant. Corporate Counsel.
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Director of Fire and Emergency Services.
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Director of Public Works.
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Planning and Zoning.
One item tonight, Your Honor. We had our monthly Plan Commission meeting a week ago tonight. And at that meeting, there was a public hearing held regarding rezoning of a property at 105 East Monroe. And if you would think back about a year ago, plus a month or so, the property at the corner of Monroe and First was rezoned from B2 to R1, single-family home. The owner has since built a new home there. Well, he purchased the adjoining property and wants to rezone that from B2 to R1 with the intent of doing some remodel and moving his parents into that house. So it fits perfectly in the neighborhood where it's going to be located. The Plan Commission had a favorable recommendation to you, the village board.
Can I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second by Jeff. Any discussion on this item? Call the question, please.
Blunier.
Yes.
Dobb.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Herman.
Yes.
Kaufman.
Yes.
Belsley.
Yes.
Village Trustees. Trustee Belsley.
Nothing this evening, Your Honor.
Trustee Blunier.
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Trustee Dobb.
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Trustee Hare.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I marked it with a highlighter.
Thank you. Appreciate it. It's been good, and Ginger, too. Thank you. Thank you.
Trustee Herman.
Tom,
Oh, I'm
too.
sorry.
Tom, thank you. Appreciate it.
Well,
Thank you. Now, Ginger.
Nothing tonight, Your Honor. Thank you.
Trustee Kaufman.
Just a couple items. To remind everyone that this week is the bulk item pickup, which is your normal garbage day. So your bulk items have to be out to the curb by 6 a.m. And there's listed what's acceptable and what isn't. And that should be on the TV screen. Do we have that on the? I believe so, we do. So that's one item. And the other one, Your Honor, I just have a couple things here. And I'll ask Trustee Dobb to come up. Thank you, Tom, for your years of service, and we have a plaque here that reads, "In recognition of your 4 years of outstanding service as a Morton Village trustee, and with deep appreciation his fellow trustees and citizens, the Village of Morton hereby presents this award to Tom Dobb, May 2013 to May 2017, presented this day, May 1, 2017. It's been an honor to serve with you, and I've called Tom several times on issues and would tell him what's going on and bring him up to date a little bit and how I seen it. And I learned right away, you don't tell Tom Dobb how to vote or influence him. So I learned right away to give him the full perspective. And we were talking with him and his wife once. I made mention that Tom's his own man. She go, "Oh yeah, he makes his own decision." And I learned that too. So we got along well for 4 years, and Tom Dobb did what he voted on one, but we got along fine, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
So, you want to say anything?
No.
Okay. Well, thank you. And Trustee Herman. Now I'm telling the stories now.
Oh, yeah, right. You think you are.
And thank you for your 16 years of service.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So we have a plaque here in recognition of 16 years of outstanding service as a Morton Village trustee, and with deep appreciation of her fellow trustees and citizens, the Village of Morton here presents this award to Ginger Herman, May 2001 to May 2017, presented this day, May 1, 2017. So now it is the first time in 16 years we haven't have a woman on the board.
I'm just a phone call away.
Yes, which I do, and there's a story behind that. 16 years ago, I asked her to run, and I says, "Ginger, you're way too smart to stay home and clean. You need to help us out." So she did. So my question to you, and I was so glad when I seen Denny come in, who's going to continue to do the cooking and the cleaning, you or Denny, now that you're retired?
I have to say that Denny always had a hot meal on the table for me when I came home, and I've kind of grown accustomed to it.
And I know that for a fact because I usually bothered her when she was eating, and he was doing the cooking. I told him, do not tell my wife that. So thank you, Ginger.
Thank you so much. I would like to thank a few people.
Yeah, go ahead.
If that's okay. I see a lot of the same faces here that were here 16 years ago when so many of you were here for me. I can't believe it's been that long, the first Monday in May. And I just remember that feeling of excitement and happiness, and most of all, gratefulness for all the citizens that voted for me and gave me that opportunity. And with each passing election, I still was just so humbled to think that everybody took time out of their schedules and went and voted and colored in the little circle by my name and gave me this opportunity. It's really been a privilege. And I also want to thank some of you here I know have left me wonderful voicemails and written sweet notes and been an encouragement to me through the years. And I really appreciate that. And I want you to know I've saved them all. I used to read them when I wondered, why am I doing this? And now I will read them when I, remember all the reasons I did this. And I also want to thank our staff, present and past, who always very knowledgeable and responded promptly and picked up my calls and often answered the phone by "yes, ma'am." So, I knew I had their ear, and especially if I was calling on behalf of a citizen, the prompt response, and just really appreciate that. And my colleagues on the board, both now and in the past. So appreciative of the, even sometimes when we disagreed on an issue, I was so appreciative of the ones, those of you that were able to set aside, put aside the differences and or rise above them and still be friends and serve our community together, which Morton is really blessed. And Jeff.
I warned her I was going to tell her story, so she warned me she was going to tell a story, so I have no idea what she might say.
You already stole my thunder because Jeff, yes, about 17 years ago, planted this little seed in my mind about encouraging me to consider running for the board. And at the time he said, "Don't worry, I'll tell you how to vote."
I did.
It didn't take him very long to figure out that nobody really tells me how to vote, but he was fine with that, so. But I do want to thank you because that opportunity opened up a myriad of doors for me that just so many blessings that came into my life because of the opportunity that I had to serve here, the dream job at the University of Illinois with leadership education and traveling the state with the Illinois Municipal League and just so many opportunities of meeting people around the state that all started because he didn't want me to stay home and clean all the time. And then finally, I'd like to, I think that anyone who does a job in public service realizes that it also impacts their family because, you give up family time and that. And so I just want to thank my family. They were all here for me pretty much 16 years ago, but now our nest is empty, so it's just my husband here tonight somewhere. I'm not sure where he is, but recording, okay. I just especially want to thank him for his support and encouragement. He was an amazing sounding board and resource for me, and never once in all these years did I hear him ever complain about the hours or, my busyness with Village, and including on our 40th anniversary when I spent the entire day and evening knee-deep in Village business, kind of a critical issue that came up. And and then the hot meal's ready for me when I got home. So well done. Thank you, Denny. So I'm still very grateful to everyone here and everyone at home and everyone over the years that has impacted my life. And I'm super excited about my new opportunities at Bradley University and that new adventure awaiting me. But I do know that I'm really going to miss this. There's going to be a void in my life. This has been a part of my life for a long time, and I know I'm really going to miss it. So my advice, if you don't mind, is for the new people coming on would be to just really recognize the importance of the responsibility that you have, with which you've been entrusted in, and also I would just encourage you to appreciate and savor the special privilege that you have to serve your community. It's an awesome privilege, and enjoy it because someday you'll be walking away too, and it's not easy. It's just been an incredible journey, and everyone in here in some way has been a part of this for me and those listening at home. So thank you so much.
Mayor Ranson. Thank you, Ron.
You're welcome.
And I'd like to thank Ron, and we have a plaque here for Mayor Ranson. Mayor Ranson, with sincere appreciation from the Board of Trustees and the citizens for 4 years of service and leadership to the Village of Morton as President of the Village Board, May 2013 to May 2017, presented this first day of May 2017. And I'd like to personally thank you for getting behind the plaza, finishing the plaza during your term. We're going to have a dedication Memorial Day weekend. Hope you can be there. And it is a Citizens Plaza, and also for your emergency preparedness and getting that for the staff. Thank you very much.
Unlike Ginger's family, my wife didn't appreciate my being mayor all that much, especially after the mixed success I had with my one and only vote. As a matter of fact, we had people over to the house for dinner a while back, and the fella that was there said, "You know, I voted for your husband." And my wife leaned over to him and said, "Mm-hmm, I know, and I'll get you for it." Thank you, folks. There is no closed session tonight, so I would call on someone to make a motion for us to go into Sine Die adjournment.
Before we adjourn, Mayor, could I just have the floor for a
Sure.
moment here as well to echo and pass along some my appreciation for the retiring board members as well as Trustee Hare has already done. I appreciate the service, and I appreciated working alongside you these past couple of years. Tom, your insights and experience and background in law enforcement and working in the public sector was helpful many times to decisions and policy and issues that we had to address. And Ginger, 16 years, wow. I mean, that's a lot of board meetings, a lot of late dinners, and appreciate the way you always conducted yourself, regardless of how sticky the issues were, always with dignity, and I appreciate that. And Ron, your boardroom experience, background, that you came into this position allowed you to reach out and touch many points of neighboring communities and leaders in the business sector and the public sector around us, and opened up some doors and kept the relations open for us in the Tri-County area. I know there's many meetings that you attended in your position that many the citizens would never know or be aware of, and yet you faithfully did it, but went about it without a lot of fanfare. And I appreciate your service, all three of you. Wish you all the best in the future, and hope you can put to good use the time you'll gain back by not going to a lot of board meetings. Thank you.
Thank you.
I too would like to say a couple things. It's been 2 years for me, and every board member's taken me under their wing. And Ginger, you're one of the most gentle, kind people I've ever met, and very engaged and care for the city. And it's sad to see you go. Tom lives 2 doors down from me, and the only time we talk is every other Monday. So he's a great guy. He's taught me a lot of things, and he's a good representative of the city as well. And I see Mr. Newhouse out there. Talk about a generation back. I replaced Mr. Newhouse, and I'm not sure I ever really replaced him, but I fill the seat. So these things continue to evolve. And we're going to bring in Mr. Parrott, Mr. Lehman, and Mr. Newman. So there'll be a new generation of folks that make decisions on behalf of the city, and know that we're all engaged and we're all ready to listen to what you have to say and to make decisions that are best for the city. So thank you for your service. Oh, and Mr. Ranson, we've had a lot of conversations, and I can tell you his heart is in it. His heart is really in it, and we need to continue to think about him and thank him for the work that he put into this. He put a lot of hours into it, and he really, really cares for the city.
Thank you. Anyone else want to make a comment? There being none, I will ask for a motion to go into Sine Die.
So moved.
Second. Second by Tom Don. And I will call on council to swear in the village clerk.
You want to call all in favor on the adjournment before we do?
Pardon me?
Do you want to call all in
Oh,
favor
yeah.
on the adjournment?
Can we do that without a calling, a roll call?
Correct, it can be a voice vote.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now can we do?
Yes. Now I can swear in the clerk.
Sam, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Sam Rithaler, having been elected to the office of village clerk
I, Sam Rithaler, having been elected to the office of village clerk
for the village of Morton, county of Tazewell, state of Illinois,
for the village of Morton, county of Tazewell, state of Illinois,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of village clerk to the best of my ability.
of the office of village clerk to the best of my ability. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll swear in the trustees here. Clinton. Raise your right hand, repeat after me. I, Clinton Lehman,
I, Clinton Lehman,
having been elected to the office of village trustee
have been elected to the office of village trustee
for the village of Morton, county of Tazewell, state of Illinois,
for the village of Morton, for the county of Tazewell, and
the state of Illinois.
the state of Illinois.
Do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and the Constitution of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I have faithfully discharged the duties
of the office of village trustee to the best of my ability.
to the office of the village trustee to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Ken. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Kenneth Newman,
I, Kenneth Newman,
having been elected to the office of village trustee
having been elected to the office of village trustee
for the village of Morton, county of Tazewell, state of Illinois,
for the village of Morton, county of Tazewell, state of Illinois,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of village trustee to the best of my ability.
of the office of village trustee to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Raise your right hand, repeat after me. I, Nate Parrott,
I, Nate Parrott,
having been elected to the office of village trustee
having been elected to the office of village trustee,
for the village of Morton, county of Tazewell, state of Illinois,
village of Morton, the county of Tazewell, the state of Illinois,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm, or solemnly swear,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of village trustee to the best of my ability.
of the office of village trustee to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Jeff Kaufman,
I, Jeff Kaufman,
having been elected to the office of village president
having been elected to the office of president of the village,
for the village of Morton, county of Tazewell, state of Illinois,
village of Morton, county of Tazewell, and state of Illinois,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do affirm,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of village president to the best of my ability.
of the office of village president to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations.
I'm just going to say a few words. 20 years ago when I got on the board, Mayor Hertenstein went off with 16 years of service, and Mr. Ken Getz went off as Mayor Pro Temp with 8 years of service. And we have a similar thing going on today where the mayor is off and the Mayor Pro Tem Herman in similar situation. So I just want to mention that. My dad would tell you, you get Jeff going on history and it might be a while. If that's it. Also, tonight, we're not really going to conduct any business. We're going to sit down and close the business. So I wanted all of you to be able to thank the mayor, the trustees that are leaving, and meet and greet the 3 new trustees. In my years, we've never had a switch of 3 trustees and a mayor all at once, so it's kind of unusual. So I thought we ought to take the opportunity to thank those for their years of service and meet the new ones. So if I could have a motion to close the meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Second. Have a roll call?
Hare.
Yes.
Kaufman. Belsley.
Yes.
Blunier.
Yes. Yes.
Lehman.
Yes.
Newman.
Yes.
Parrott.
Yes.
Motion successful. Meeting closed.